Hello and welcome to another Diálogos IT. We are with Jeremy Allair, the CIO of Circle. It's a company that offers an app to social payments. Welcome, Jeremy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
The first question is, what kind of service offers Circle to the customers?
Sure. So Circle is what we call a social payment app. And a social payment app is something that makes it possible for people to make person-to-person payments. So maybe I pay you back for lunch or some such thing, or a group payment, or things that you maybe had done in the past with cash or checks or things like this, to make that all digital. And it works not just in one country. We're trying to build a global way for us to do this. So if you want to pay people in euro here in Spain, you can do that. If you want to pay people who live in the United Kingdom, they can receive pounds. People in the United States can receive dollars. And so it works both domestically and it also works globally. And it's a free service. And our philosophy is that, like many other services on the internet, like email and communications and voice chat and search, that sharing value and moving money should work very much the same and actually can build on the same kinds of user interfaces, like messaging experiences and things like this.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned some scenarios. What kind of people and what kind of typical scenarios that use this kind of payments?
Sure. So if you think about in your everyday life, you have your friends, you have your family. Depends how old you are. You maybe have kids or you have parents. You have colleagues that you work with, and we share expenses all the time. We go out for lunch and someone picks up the bill. We are planning a trip together and we need to share the expense of that. Or my child is studying in another country and I need to give them some money, or pay my child, say, allowance. We have people who provide us personal services, the babysitter, the dog walker, the person who mows the lawn. All these personal payments are the use cases. And it's really, again, in the existing world, the credit cards are mostly for people who are making payments at businesses, but we need a convenient digital way to make personal payments, and that's what social payments are about, and so that's the core. We also allow people to make those payments globally, and this is really important. We want the ability to, say, share value with someone in another country to be the same as sharing the value across the table, and so we've built a model that works across the major currencies in the US and Europe.
Do you have any idea how many money moves in this kind of transactions?
Well, so there are estimates from analysts on the size of P2P payments. And in the US, so I don't have estimates for every market, but in the US, one analyst estimates that every year there are $1.2 trillion of P2P payments. Most of those, something like 90%, are in cash and checks, still in paper. And so there's a huge opportunity to move all these P2P payments into a digital form. And we're at the very beginning of that shift.
Mm-hmm. What is the technical base of this kind of applications?
Yeah, so Circle is really sort of built on four major technologies. One is we take advantage of everything that mobile can do today. So mobile apps, we integrate into messaging environments on mobile. So for example, iMessage, you can make payments right inside of iMessage. So mobile apps as the kind of new user interface for money is a key part of what we've built. We also run all of the infrastructure to do this in the cloud. So I like to say we're 120 people with MacBooks, and we don't have any other infrastructure. Like banks, they have buildings and branches and people. We're just software. And so we run that all in the cloud. That allows us to do it very, very efficiently and very cost effective. So cloud platforms have allowed us to do this and to scale it very quickly. And then there are two technologies that are very important. One is what is called blockchain technology. And this is a technology that first emerged from the digital currency Bitcoin, but is now becoming a technology that can be used for many, many things. And for us, the blockchain technology allows us to have customers send value globally without fees. So if someone is in another country, like in India or the Philippines or Korea or Latin America, there are services like Circle that are also implementing the blockchain protocol, and that allows us to make value move between countries and services very efficiently. So that's a key technology we're building on. And the last is machine learning and artificial intelligence. We want to automate as many of the kind of decisions that our system needs to make around risk. You know, identity theft. Are you who you say you are? Is this possible fraud? Or is someone possibly doing something criminal? As we're a regulated financial institution, the EU government regulates us, the US government regulates us, and we have obligations to manage that risk and protect consumers. And so we're using AI, applied artificial intelligence, to make that more efficient, and that allows us to offer this as a free service because we can do this very efficiently.
Mm-hmm. Because the confidence of the customers and the security is very important for you.
It is, and security is a major theme. I think if you use the Circle service, you'll see many security features that protect your account from account takeover or from identity theft. But we're actually, because we're regulated, we're now required to have very specific cybersecurity measures in place. And we have to have an audit of our cybersecurity every quarter and every year. And we have to have hackers that we pay to try and hack us. And we have to report all of that to the government so they see that we're building something that is secure from a digital perspective.
Mm-hmm. Now the app will be available in Spain. What do you expect about the Spanish market?
We're obviously very excited about the Spanish market. It's the first continental European country that we're launching in, and it's the first Euro market that we're launching in. And what we see in Spain is a lot of young people, a lot of millennials, very mobile-first generation, high adoption of mobile messaging apps, high adoption of mobile banking, credit and debit cards. All of these things lead us to believe that this is a good fit for the Spanish consumer. It's also a market that interacts with other international markets, and so the ability to move value not just in Spain but outside is also, I think, attractive for Spain. So we have high hopes. We think it should be an excellent market. But I will say this category of social payment apps is really new. And there are other startups in Spain. There are startups in many countries. But this is a category that really has only emerged in the past couple of years. It's not as common as, say, email or search or messaging apps. So it's a new category. And so we have work to do to help educate consumers and spread the word.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you to all of you to see another Dialogue IT in IT Televisión. Thank you.